Okay, today I'm talking to Rafael Costa, and you're the owner here now of Precision Customs.
That's right.
You originally came from Portugal 13 years ago, was it?
Yeah, it will be 13 years this year. Yeah, original from Lisbon, and I just landed in Longford, and here I am still.
And what brought you to Longford? I know you're a mechanic by heart.
Well, I was pretty young at the time, and obviously, I always driven by opportunities, and I always wanted to, explore the world as such. But through a friend of mine, which his father was here for a quite long time, and we were working together in Portugal. We kind of we might go, like, if father is down there, we might have a chance, and things are cool down there, this and the other. So I came down in a holidays, basically, first of all for 2 weeks, then went to Portugal, pack everything, and come back, and here I am since.
You're part of the community now in a big way, like.
Yeah, well, I managed to find a lot of good friends here that actually made me believe that this is the place for me to be, and I feel at home now at this stage, and the community always had me for good anyway. So.
I know, and you're a mechanic by trade, like, and that's what you kind of started. That's what you started working over here.
Yeah, that's what I started. I found there was more opportunities here for me to start up my own business. I always was driven to do my own stuff, even was tough at times. Being your own boss and stuff like that, you had to guarantee a lot of stuff and a lot of worries that you wouldn't have if you work for somebody else, obviously.
They've created freedom, like.
But you create some freedom, and you create the opportunity of me to give more of myself and to show more about myself than if I would hide and working for somebody else, you see. So that was one of the things that maybe too.
And you have been working for yourself for a few years now. You went through different companies, but you finally came to something you're happy with.
I finally managed to find my way, my goal, and this is what takes me out of bed now every morning. I came down with no stress. I can be here 17 hours, no worries on me. I'm doing what I love, and I express myself on the bikes and stuff like that, and I'm trying to more and more create that niche.
That's what you do. You do full custom, like.
We do full custom restorations. We do servicing, repairs, and stuff like that. But it's on the creative side and on the construction custom side that we won't fully focus on it. And that took as a rocket. Now I was skeptic at the beginning to move from the cars, because obviously in the cars there's more market, there's more cars on the road, there's more people looking for mechanics, but there's as well a fierce competition out there. I was surrounded by mechanics, so I had to improve a lot on my service, and I had to give a lot of myself in order to have some business coming up my way. But then on the bikes, I thought was the numbers were quiet. You don't see them that much. But then when I start to lift the carpet, and
a lot of bikers in Ireland.
There's thousands of them, and I was very, very surprised with it. So, and then one of my works that I was doing for myself, I posted on Facebook, and that took a lot of attention from some big guys that are organizing events.
That's what you need for an event next month?
Yes. We're trying for everything to be there at full force. We'll be there anyway. I was meant to bring 2 bikes, but I was meant to be actually there in 2020. That's my first invitation. But the guy brought that back because he was really thrilled with the work, and he said, "No, guys, we want you there this year." I said, "Okay, when is that?" February. This was like
your work is very unique, and there's only a couple of people in Ireland that do it.
Apparently, there's only, far as I know, there's other houses and other places that they do tidy up on bikes and stuff like that. But it's more the spraying and stuff like that. Now the shopping, the cutting off, the custom, the fabrication, the hand fabrication. There's only 3 guys in the country apparently.
Wow.
So that's starting to open up different doors for me, and I start to see things with different eyes. So I understood that now I think I'm on the right track here, So there's something there for me to explore and to make me even more happy with my decision, because it was not taken easy. I spent maybe 3-4 months with barely any income at all, and things were kind of pushing me away nearly, but I was stubborn enough then to break the barrier and to give time for me to allow people to know me and to allow myself to put myself out there. So
what you found with the car mechanic, it was kind of repetitive. It was the same thing.
I was getting sick of it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, the cars as well, they change a lot. There's more electronics. There's more bother with it. There's a whole lot more to it than there is on the bikes. And it was looked to me that I was fixing something, and then straight away something else was going wrong. And obviously, with the last person working on it, that always create an issue between me and the customer. Try to explain that it just happened. It's the way things are. But you know, I was there in between, spending a lot of time doing something that I was not more happy about it than I am now.
But that's the past now. That's
the past. That's gone. You know.
And how do people contact you now? Is it on Facebook?
Through Facebook, Instagram. I'm trying to put myself out there as much as I can, I'm trying to contact as well the bikers groups that are on Facebook, which there's a lot
Any
of
amount up and down.
anything. I just try to post stuff. I try to don't be too intrusive, because most of them are not really business related things. They're like community, and they don't really like much business to be forcing their work on it. So I try.
There is a lot of it. They're a very well liked community because they do an awful lot for charity, and there's any amount of bikers up and down Ireland.
And they do help a lot others that are involved with bikes,
and they love their bikes just as passionate as you are now fixing up a bike.
That's what I found out as well. It's like a family kind of a thing, the support, it's amazing. The way that they react towards my work, and the way they respect what I'm doing, it's completely different than what I was doing with the cars. I understand in some way why a guy that drives a motorcycle has a completely different understanding for mechanics and how hard it is to do certain jobs than a person that only drove a car for their lives, because they've used it only to put fuel on it, and that's it. But a biker, they always try to make sure that the bikes are first of all safe, because it's their lives. If something goes wrong with brakes or any mechanic components or whatever, it's a big hazard for them. But they have a different understanding on that. It doesn't take. It's not 5 minutes. Things take time, and it has to be doing in a certain way. So I'm very pleased as well with the way that someone comes down and the way they go happy out of here, and that makes me happy as well. Having that feedback back. It's not all about the money. It's actually having that respect for what I'm doing, because I put everything out there. I really put everything that I have to them. So
it's not just a full custom. Like, you can offer different small parts, fixing small parts.
From anything small as an oil change up to a full custom service or job, as you want to call it. But nothing is too small or too big. Obviously, we were more driven to do stuff that exciting, and it'd be scratching my head. So what am I gonna do? Like, am I gonna find a few bits around the shop here that are actually very intriguing? How can we come up with these ideas? And then one thing it's seeing here, another thing it's putting out there, which that's the thing that we love about it, is having the picture in our heads and then be able to replicate that in real life.
But you apart from that, you give back to the community as well. Like, you're helping out now with the attic house.
I'm trying to get involved as much as I can now with the attic. I have another project brewing on the background as well, which involves music. We might talk about that a little bit if we have the time. But I felt that there's a need of creating some awareness among the young generations. I felt, unfortunately, and I don't want to put blame on anyone, but I found there's certain things that are missing around our community, and it's down to us as individuals to make sure that we represent ourselves in the best way, and we can actually make the young lads seeing life differently. I think the biggest escape that they find today, it's through alcohol and drugs, unfortunately, and that's the subject that we have to touch. And that's the reason why I'm trying to show them that there's a completely different world out there. Once you're passionate about something, once you believe about something, dream it's possible, and everybody should dream, and it's dreams that make reality happen. But it's needed that we get involved with those kids and explain that how easy it is for you to break certain barriers without hiding yourself behind stuff that only makes you happy for a certain period of time, and then
And
reality and the long-term reality, it's completely different.
Yeah.
You know, so places like the Attic that they're doing an amazing work. It's for me a way as well to get involved with the community and give back to the community as well, because there's a huge return on that as well. Like, you know,
I don't know if you want to mention, but you are helping one lad that's come. He does a few things for you.
I'm helping now a young lad that was like, it was a bit lost in some way. You know, he felt that there was nothing there for him, that there was no one giving opportunities to him, and because he left school as well very young. He didn't really went further on the studies. He found it hard to get a job or to do what he likes, and it's very easy for the young lads to be attracted to this type of work, because it's very fascinating as well, like bikes and mechanics and the custom world as well. It's a very fascinating world. So I gave him the opportunity, and he took it the best way.
And he reconnected with his family as well.
Yeah, well, he had a few issues with the family. Again, I'm not going to go too deep on that, but obviously he was getting a bit, you know, he was getting into trouble. So I managed to pull him back and sit down with him, and I told him that what he needs is to believe in himself first, and to believe in me as well.
It's great that you're doing that, offering that back to the community. Like, I don't think there's enough doing it, but fair play to you for doing that. Like,
I feel the same way. You know, I feel that if I can do something, why should I just turn my back and leave it? You know, let him wake up. I was lucky to be involved always with people that would inspire me to do better. That's one of the things that I always looked for. That sometimes these young lads, they be involved with the wrong people, with the wrong crowd. They be into mess, and then they be left on the mess. So I found out that if I can actually just pick up something and help him with something, I get a huge return, because actually he's a great help here on the shop. So it's good to have him as well, and it's good to see that he's taking my advice. And again, you know, it always starts from there. It's only the tip of the iceberg.
And you mentioned music as well. Like, you're creative in that as well. You're a bit of a DJ here. So
Yes.
have you got a DJ name? Or?
I go by Rafa. I host a few private parties here at the workshop, and the name is the Bunker. And that took as a rocket as well, like a rocket, and everybody was really thrilled about it. First of all, there's not really much around here when it gets down to music, entertainment. It's all the same thing, in and out. The nightclub in town is not really providing as much as I believe they should. Again, this is something, then subjects I don't really want to touch it or to bitching about. But I think the majority knows where I'm coming from and knows what I'm talking about. Like,
well, you're offering a service there for people that are passionate about that type of music.
Not just for the people that are passionate about it. I'm trying to offer an opportunity for upcoming talent.
Yeah.
And that's probably the biggest and the main focus, is to make sure that there's a lot of talent out there. And I find out one or two lads here already, they can become top DJs. They can actually do really well on with their careers if they perceive that. So the Bunker start to be an opportunity for that as well. Now, I don't really charge any money or nothing. It's kind of most likely a donation kind of a thing. If someone wants to participate with anything, they more than welcome, and I really appreciate. But again, it's my side of giving more than taking that I'm using here, and inspired me again, and actually open up doors that I was I never thought about it. I got in contact with guys from Galway, from Sligo, guys from Dublin that are hosting venues, and other DJs that want to work alongside with me. So again, there's another opportunity there for me to work and to make this to
and down the line as well, you kind of mentioned you want to offer other things, like maybe comedy, even like live band music, and just help people get a start. Down the line.
The first project that I was looking into it, and I'm still looking into it, but obviously it involves a lot of investment, not just time, money wise as well. I'd love to have a Hope Cafe. So as you can see, I'm passionate about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I'd love to just bring everything together and put all of that in one place.
Yeah.
So the idea that I had was to create a venue or a space that I can implement the bikes, I can implement the music, and I can implement things as stand-up comedy, poetry, even trying to empower people towards speech, and trying to, to open up myself and try to get other guys as well to come up and to open themselves to the community out there and to empower people. That's probably my biggest goal. It's that, and to have the community involved with everything that we try to achieve here. So probably that's down the line. That's what we're looking for.
Ultimate goal.
That's the ultimate goal. It's trying to. I don't know if it will be here or if it will be in a different destination, but it'll be in around Longford anyway. I'll probably.
Longford is a great position. It's a Midlands.
Exactly.
It's a very good position.
And I'm just in the middle of everything.
Yeah. Again, look, thanks for your time and all the best in the future.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the call, and thank you for the opportunity as well to express everything. And Nitro says,
what's the name of the cat?
Nitro.
Nitro. Great name.
Yeah.
Okay.
No bother. Thank you so much. Take care, man. Take care. Bye bye.
Brilliant.